Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're in GT3. I'm in the GT3 spec Mustang and we're at Mugello. Gonna go ahead and take off here. Get behind a BLD showdown. Took up right behind his draft. Be about halfway on the throttle and let off a little sooner just because of that turn 1 chaos. Almost got sucked up into it. A little bit of love tap from the left or the right. A little bit from the left, a little bit more from the right, another one from the left. Just your standard turn 1 chaos. Can't complain about that too much. It's to be expected at this point. But we're still in 14th place. I think that's where I started. I could be mistaken on that though. I'm going to have to double check. I don't remember if it was 14th in this race or 18th. I really could not tell you at the moment as of doing this voiceover. But going into Casanova and Savali, losing some time on all these guys, but managing to get a better corner exit, but it was stopped short by a couple of people that didn't get a very good exit, if that makes sense. But anyways, I end up going off here, getting off into the sand, but I decided to stay into the race, and I can't urge you guys enough, don't quit out on your race just because of one bad turn. Like, yeah, I dropped from 14th to 19th in a matter of maybe 5 seconds, maybe 7 at max. But you'll see in the end of the video just how much I made a comeback. So anyways, just trying to catch up to CM Punk in front of me, who is actually a really fast guy. Didn't quite get a good start on Blondetti. Do start getting that down a little bit later in the video, just a heads up on there. I know the last time I did that was in the GT2 Corvette, and I was not taking that as good just because that car wasn't really tuned to how I like it. Still using a tune from another player who has his tune open sourced, and I'm kind of using that as a basis on how the car is going to behave and what I want to change. So anyways, going into San Donato, you got Tizana going a little wide there in the Porsche. And going through Plugio Secco, seems to be doing the same thing. We got a bunch of sand being kicked up. Might want to check the radiator for anything like that. I ended up almost spinning out Drifter there. He seemed to have unghosted at the worst possible time, so I backed off a little bit, let him get his position back, let him get his bearings as well. And of course he's also in the GT3 Mustang as well, so I gotta pay a little bit of more respect to my fellow fucked over rebuilt Dodge driver. That's a Ford pun, you see. But anyways, probably the stupidest joke you're gonna hear on this video. Just a heads up on that one. Going into, where are we? Scapiera, Palagio. Managing to cut a lot of time off, trying to catch up to the pack. Got CM Punk getting a little physical with Christie. Or at least I assume to be Christie. I could be mistaken on that pronunciation. I end up going to the back of CM Punk, get pushed a little wide by Celica there. He gets a little bit of a penalty for it. I feel like 2 seconds was a bit too harsh for that one. I mean, it was kind of a hard spot, but at the same time, I couldn't really watch the replay because when I went to go save it, it went into the Forza void. So, yeah. Although he is saying good race to everyone, so who knows, maybe he thought it was a good race or something, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and of course, like I said earlier, stay in your race, because you never know when you might catch up. Gonna take a swig of Mountain Dew. There we go, my throat was getting a little dry there. Going into Luco and Poggio Secco, or Poggio Secco, I completely butchered that pronunciation. That one I know. It's taking a G for a C. But anyways, going into Materassi and Borgo San Lorenzo. Slowly but surely catching up to Panky 911. Who kicks a little bit of dirt up. Not enough to cause a little bit of a traction loss, but enough to notice. He gets around BLD's showdown. Now, if BLD is an actual racing team, I'm gonna want to know what their recruiting takes, or how they recruit people, because Showdown was not really pro racer material, if you ask me. Hence why he went off into the sand, but who knows? Maybe it was just a maybe it's just a bad day for him. Could be, always could be. Anyways, trying to take this area flat out, as you guys can see, but I do have to let off the gas just a little bit. The Mustang is a little uneasy going through the corners. I might add a little bit more downforce to the back end just to keep that a little bit more stable. Maybe a little less anti-squat and go from there. Anyways, 9 seconds off my time so far. That puts us down to a 152, a new personal record for GT3, at least on this track. Anyways, I managed to catch up to Panky coming into San Donato, trying to really reel him in. I know he doesn't have the best car out here. And also, I'm back up in the 15th. I went from, I think, 19th or 20th, back up to almost where I started the race in, so... And it's only on the 4th lap, and I got plenty of time to really reel some of these guys in. I think in practice, I was at least within the top 10. I don't 100% remember what place I was in practice-wise. But at the same time, they never show the qualifier times in practice, or at least I don't think I've seen them. I don't know why, but it's just something I've never noticed or looked into, but either way. Got Panky going a little sideways there. Getting off the track just enough to let me through. Hats off to him. Nice, clean race. Now, time to catch up to SB Ghost, who has a 1.5 seconds in penalties, so taking his position won't be too hard. I just gotta try and catch up and keep up. Cars sliding around Correntiel. Again, I don't know how to pronounce that. I might have to have Google help me out with my pronunciation on it. But anyways, going into Bucine now. That's one of the turns I actually know how to pronounce. Go me. And looks like someone went and quit. I think it was that SB Ghost guy, yeah. Got some people in the pit at lap 5. Getting around. They're doing, I want to say a Dutch name, and I don't want to 100% butcher it, so I'm just going to shorten his name down to Dude. I hope that's a acceptable shortening of that name. But anyways, trying to catch up to Christy Staub, Road 1. At least I hope that's how you pronounce that. I could be completely mistaken, but so far they're looking to be rather fast. At least going around here. It also doesn't help that I'm just not very good at GT3 still. I might be getting a handle on this Mustang, but it doesn't mean I'm quite that good within the racing. And here I am showing I have a little bit of straight line speed over Stop there. I'm going to shorten it down to that. Hopefully that's acceptable. But anyways, got them down to 3.3. Trying to really figure out the braking in this car. At least on this track, but let's go a little sideways. Had to catch that. But taking this section just a little bit faster. Be able to really start catching up to Stop there. Until we get to Bucine, then it turns into a slight back and forth. Anyways, taking Bucine rather nicely. Almost took a little too much curb there, and now we got CM Punk who's in the pits, along with a take. getting around them nice and, well, rather easily. They were just coming out of the pits, so puts me in the top 10 for now at least until I pit, which right now my tires look like maybe just another lap or two and I should be alright. Anyways, going into Materassi in Borgo San Lorenzo. Looks like a slightly more kept up with Stab there. Going around Casanova and Savelli. This is where I kind of start losing a little bit of time on them because in this section I either completely let off the gas or I get on the gas way too soon, and that's just something I never quite got a handle on, at least in GT3. In GT2 I can let off the gas, I know when to get back on, most of the time at least. There are some situations where I'm still basically a fish out of water trying to keep control of the car. But anyways, now dude has caught up after a couple of mistakes I made. So we're going to go through Biondetti. And I think I have overall power compared to him, because I was able to pull away just a little bit. But at the same time, he might have me on the corner. But it looks like, yeah, on the straightaways, I am slowly pulling away. Celica and Mahad, I couldn't quite see the name quite that much. But anyways, we got a minor tire wear. Delroy was, he kind of looked like he was about to go into my race line. I think he seen me at the last minute. I had to let off the gas, get ready to hit the brakes, and that's when he put himself back towards the pit lane. But anyways, I can't really fault him too much. He did correct his mistake, and I am still ahead of dude here, but I am going to have to go into the pits on this lap because I'm at minor tire wear, and the car is showing to not like it. I had to save the car just to keep from going into dude and completely ruining a good race between the two of us. Little love tap, smack on the butt. Just a little good game love tap, if you guys know what I mean. Still in 8th place, and technically 7th, because I am within this draft range, so I don't have to worry about position too much as long as I'm able to keep up with them. But again, I'm probably going to lose a lot of time to him due to the fact that this lap is the pit lap. So we're going to go ahead and get a pit in. Looks like the race leader has done the same. I drove my way back up to 8th due to all the people pitting and all that. So, like I said earlier in the video, don't quit out on your race because you never know what position you're going to find yourself in later on. But still early in the race, only about halfway through. So we're going to go ahead and pit because I'm pretty sure the tires are about ready to smack me, and plus, the Mustang does not like next to dead tires. So we're going to stick with the mediums once again. Going to go for a one stop. Whether that works or not is going to be, well, you guys are going to see how well that works. Side note. This is me we're talking about, so take that for what you will. But we only dropped 4 spaces. Yeah, 4 places. So, can't complain about that whatsoever. Still haven't quite figured out my breaking point for after getting out of the pits. So, anyways, now to just calmly catch up to these guys. We got Diorin behind me as well. He did catch up a little bit, but he also hasn't pit yet. He might be on hard tires. Either hard tires or extremely dead medium tires. But anyways, AMX Drifter managed to get around him, my fellow Mustang driver. Managing to get around me. I mess up there, and he starts closing the gap just a little bit. But going through Arabiata, Hopefully I'm pronouncing that one right. Don't really know my Italian, so apologies if I'm mispronouncing some stuff. Anyways, completely mess up Pelagio, along with Scaperia. And that's giving Drifter just enough to start slowly but surely catching up. He was like 3.5 seconds behind me at first. Now he's just under 3 seconds behind and gaining due to my mistakes. And we got Staub in the pits right now, so let's see if we can't get around them real quick after we leave out Bucine. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and take 11th from them. Starting to catch up to Adiyogi, who might have just came out of the pits, who knows, but I was catching up to him quite a bit quick, so I have a feeling he did just get out of the pits. And going through Luco and Poggio Secco, it's starting to show that I might just be faster than him. Because we were at 6 seconds before getting into San Donato. Now here we are at Borgo San Lorenzo, and I've picked up almost 2.5 seconds on him, so... And I'm not that fast of a driver, so... Something tells me he's just, I guess for lack of better terms, newer to the... Either newer to the game or newer to GT3. I don't want to say he's a complete noob. I'm sure if we went into A class or below, he might give me a run for my money, but I know when I went from open class racing to the GT racing, I was not exactly good. So I kind of want to say that's the same case, but we're just going to leave it at that. But anyways, going around Coriancio. Just trying to keep Drifter at bay. Finally getting Blondetti 1 and 2 down. I might actually start breaking into the 140s as far as lap time is concerned, as I completely start drifting Bucine. Losing precious time to Yogi there, and allowing Drifter to catch up just that much more. And CM Punk's in the pits, so we get another position from that one. Back up into the top 10. I will gladly take it. It is pit strategy after all, and Drifter is right on my back. He is within draft range. He's also got a really nice paint job on that Mustang, if I do say so myself. Anyways, now I see him behind me. I'm kind of letting that motivate me more than catching up to Yogi to not make a mistake as he gets a better corner exit coming out of Borgo San Lorenzo and going into Casanova, where he almost overshoots it. And then going into Savali, he recovers just in time to secure that position. I think he did have a way faster lap time than I did, but right now he's going to go make a sandcastle. Seemed like I was able to put a little bit of pressure on him, make him make a mistake. Probably really wanted to keep me at bay, try to hold that line so that I couldn't really make a move, but took himself out in the end, which was a shame because I was actually enjoying that race with him. But anyways, now time to race with Yogi here, who does have a half-second penalty, so I don't technically have to get around him, but again, I have a feeling he's new to the GT racing. So I have a feeling if I'm behind him for too long, it's probably going to become a bit of a me slowing down. But anyways, I draft him for a little bit, get out from behind him, and slowly but surely creep up beside him. Looks like I'm about half a car length behind now, and we got someone coming out of the pits. I lit off the gas a little soon and hit the brakes a little sooner, or yeah, a little later. Managed to get around him because I was able to hold the inside line, but we're right behind Dude. who was in 7th place. As I almost spin the Mustang out because I got a little too much curve. But anyways, he's also got 9/10 in penalties. So this is another one of those situations where I technically don't have to get around him. I just gotta keep up with him. As he's almost gonna go off course. I don't know how well that worked or how well that works. Taking that corner a little too deep off the track, you know. But so far, dude is slowly but surely pulling away. Oh, looks like he did go completely off course because he got 0.2 of a second in penalties. So that just makes my job easier to take 7th from him. Also, I do apologize if I sound a little sluggish, guys. I did just get home from a 11-hour shift. And right now it's about 8:30 p.m. for where I'm at. So it's about past my bedtime, considering I gotta be up at about 4 a.m. So I'm gonna try and get this done, and that way I can upload it tomorrow. But with that being said, let's go ahead and try to do my best to catch up to dude here, who is slowly but surely pulling away. I have a feeling he's on soft tires at the moment, which if I'm able to catch up to him while I'm medium still, then I have a feeling if I were to go in, well, if I would have went into the pits, maybe now I would have been able to at least try to catch up to him. But anyways, Metal 10, I can't quite read that number, but he comes out of the pits, takes the inside line. Dude ends up overshooting it, trying to get around him, and takes it a little too wide, which gives me just a little bit more to try and get around him, or at least catch up to him. Going around Borgo San Lorenzo now. I didn't even have to look up to the map this time to know that turn name. Same with here at Casanova and Savelli. Starting to get a little bit better with my track memorization. I am still an amateur after all, so anyways, dude's gonna go ahead and get on the curves. I'm gonna do the same, going around, and I completely blanked on this one, Arrabbiata. That time's slowly getting better as well. A little bit of a video glitch on my end. I don't know if you guys will see that, but there's a dramatic pause. That's pretty much why. Anyway, slowly catching up to dude here, getting out of Corinthians. And this time, taking Biondetti completely flat out. I am so proud of myself in this race after doing that. Normally I'm letting off, and now I'm able to tackle it almost head on. And my lap time is gonna show it, because I think, nope, 150.8, new personal record. As someone who is still relatively new to GT3, getting right on dude's backside here as well. BLD showdown, getting 2 seconds in penalties for a collision. Again, if BLD is an actual race team, you guys might want to get your driver back, because he's not giving you guys a very good name as of right now. But anyways, dude is really holding it down around the corners here. Maserati and Borgo San Lorenzo, going into Casanova and Savelli. I take it with a little too much speed. I had to let off there because I thought I was going to go off course. I probably should have done a medium soft strat here, simply due to what I'm about to face here in about a lap or two. Anyways, due to pits the brakes a little too much going into Scapiera, and then Pelagio, he really kind of slows me down just a little bit. He might be trying to save his tires a little bit more, but either way, he is sliding around Carranchiel. Now going to Biondetti. I do let off here because I don't want to go into the back of the guy. And seeing how he took the last few corners, I wasn't sure if he was going to slow down or not, so I figured it'd be safe to just let off the gas
just enough to where he slowly starts pulling away. Because I am well within his penalty range as of right now, so as long as I stay here, I've got it. I've got 7th place in the bag. And of course, I've got straight line speed over him because I am catching up to him. No, neck and neck. He brakes a little too soon. I hit my braking point, and I also got minor tire wear. A small collision between the two of us. More like a little love tap, if you ask me. And I'm also at minor tire wear now, so this is going to be where it gets a little bit of a concern because there's only 2 laps left. Well, 3, because I'm on 14 right now, so technically 2.5, given my position on the track. So anyways, 2.5 laps are left. And I've got to decide whether I want to try and push it hard, get as far away from dude as I can, or play it safe, try and save my tire wear for as long as I possibly can, and let dude through. No, this debate in my head goes on for about a lap and a half, so... By the way, I'm going to enjoy my battle with a dude as it lasts. Slowly but surely, I do kind of pull away from him on the straightaways. But going into Beyondetti, hitting the curbs, I get a little squirrely. Go off course. Got it stable. Well, I got it cleaned back up, but it did give dude just enough to get around me. And that is due to the fact, well, it's not due to the fact that I'm on rather bad tires, but that's going to be my excuse at least. Anyways, we're at about moderate tire wear as well as of right now, which again, I've still got 2 laps to do, and I've already decided I am not pitting for the rest of the race. If you ask me, that would just be dumb. Even dumber than me going mediums on this race instead of medium soft to really keep this keep this gap closed. But anyways, we're gonna try and catch up to dude if I can. I'm not gonna try anything too stupid here. At this point, just try to run my own race. I'm already a second slower than what I could potentially do. Well, even then, I mean, I think in GT3 my best beforehand was a 154 at Magello. And here I am about 5 seconds faster on a good set of medium tires, so you could say I've grown a lot as a driver as of right now. Definitely going to be doing more GT3 in the future as well. More GT3, more GT2, maybe throw some touring class in there just for the hell of it. Anyways, after getting a handle on this GT3 car and GT3 in general, I think try to expand out of open class. Hope you guys enjoy the future content to come. But anyways, going into Bucine now after my little monologuing there. Addy Yogi there has managed to go from about 4 seconds behind down to just over a second. So that tells you just how bad my tires truly are. But anyways, we just got to hold them off for at least a lap. We're starting to catch up to Celica. Probably not going to keep up with him quite enough as I completely start spinning out there. The car is not liking me hitting the gas as of right now. Ended up going way too wide there. I just let Yogi ahead just so there's no collision between the two of us. Plus my tires are nearly dead, so it's not really worth trying to battle someone when I know I'm going to lose that battle. There I go. Almost spinning the car out once again, giving CM Punk just that much more room to try and catch up. Going into
Arrabbiata. End up not having the grip to take that corner the way I want to, so I ended up making a sandcastle. Letting CM Punk through, and when I say this car does not have grip no more, I think you guys can see that that is no joke. As Drifter goes from 10 seconds behind down to just about 4 in a matter of 2 or 3 turns. And again, this car does not like it when I hit the gas as of right now, so this thing is not going to be the easiest thing to drive on dead tires. I mean, it's got, I think, 600 horsepower is what a GT3 allows, and not very wide tires. Not that the tires are anything to talk about as of right now. As you can see, the bars on my tire, or near my tires, are almost completely gone. But anyways, I was able to stay within Drifter's penalty range and stay in 10th. So, pretend that said something corny here to get you a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll hope to see you guys next time. See y'all later.